Have you ever felt drained, as if your energy was being sucked away every day by people or situations you couldn't control? Do you sometimes feel like you were meant for something greater, yet the world keeps weighing you down? Well, today we're going deep into something truly powerful. In this video, we'll explore the concept of the chosen ones, those special individuals who hold immense potential, but who have been unknowingly drained by others who take their energy day in and day out. And we'll discuss how these energy vampires are now facing the consequences of their actions, left in darkness, powerless, and struggling to find their way. If this sounds like something you've experienced, you're not alone. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this is happening, how to protect your energy, and what the future holds for both the chosen ones and those who took their light away. Understanding the chosen ones, the ones who shine brightest. Let's begin by understanding who the chosen ones are. These are not just people with some magical gift, but individuals who possess an innate ability to radiate positive energy, empathy, and untapped potential. Have you ever felt like there's something bigger you're meant to accomplish? Maybe something you can't even fully put into words, but it burns inside you. If you can relate to this feeling, there's a good chance you've experienced what it's like to be a chosen one. The chosen ones are often referred to as having a high vibrational frequency. Now, what does that mean exactly? Think of yourself like a battery that generates energy. Not a normal, everyday battery, but a supercharged one. While you might not always be aware of it, your energy radiates out into the world. It's like a magnetic field that attracts others. But it's not just anyone who feels this energy. It's those who are looking for something greater, those who need a boost of inspiration, or those who seek guidance. They are naturally drawn to the positivity, healing, and warmth that the chosen one exudes. These individuals have an uncanny ability to connect with others on a deep emotional level. Their presence has a calming effect, a healing touch that makes people feel seen, heard, and understood. You might have noticed this trait in yourself or someone you know, how others open up to you effortlessly, or how you can bring light into even the darkest of rooms. But here's where things start to get tricky. The very energy that makes chosen ones so special also makes them vulnerable, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Some people, often referred to as energy vampires, are quick to tap into this abundant energy. They latch onto the chosen one, taking and taking, drawing from their light without ever giving anything back. These energy drainers could be friends, family, or even co-workers. They might come to you for advice, emotional support, or simply to soak up the positivity you radiate without offering anything in return. This constant energy drain leaves the chosen one feeling exhausted, emotionally depleted, and sometimes even lost. It's like running a marathon without ever being allowed to stop for a break. Over time, they begin to lose sight of their own needs, and the energy that was once flowing freely starts to slow down. The chosen one might find themselves wondering, where did my spark go? Why do I feel so empty? It's a powerful yet often invisible phenomenon that can affect anyone who possesses a radiant inner light. The challenge then is to recognize this dynamic and learn how to protect and preserve one's energy to continue shining brightly. 2. Energy vampire. How they drain you without you realizing. Let's talk about the individuals we often refer to as energy vampires. These are people who, consciously or unconsciously, feed off the energy of others, particularly those with high vibrational frequencies like the chosen ones. It's not always that they mean to drain you, and they're not necessarily malicious, but their behavior has a profound impact. Whether they're your friends, family, co-workers, or even strangers, energy vampires can leave you feeling completely exhausted emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Now you might be wondering, how do they drain you without even trying? The truth is, energy vampires don't have to intentionally hurt you. They just tap into your kindness, your generosity, and your light. It could be through needy conversations, emotional demands, or simply their presence in your life. And over time, you might not even realize how much they're taking from you until you start to feel the effects. Think of yourself like a human battery, fully charged at 100. Every interaction you have throughout the day can either recharge you or deplete you, and it's often the people around you that determine how much energy you have left. Draining conversation. Have you ever had that one conversation that left you feeling mentally exhausted? Even if it wasn't intense, it could be someone constantly venting about their problems without offering anything in return. That could cost you around 10 of your energy. Emotional demands. Some people are constantly seeking validation, support, or reassurance. If someone relies on you too much for their emotional needs, it can drain 20 of your energy. Whether it's a negative coworker or a friend who's always complaining, their energy can have a lasting impact. Being in a toxic environment or around negative people can cost you 15 of your charge. When someone's emotional well-being hinges on constant reassurance, it can take a lot out of you. This can drain 25 of your energy. By the end of the day, if you add up all these little drains, you're left feeling completely empty. If this cycle continues day after day, you might find yourself struggling to stay balanced, let alone thrive. You're running on empty, constantly trying to recharge but never getting a full charge. Here's the good news. You don't have to keep losing your energy. By recognizing these energy-draining patterns and setting clear boundaries, you can begin to protect your light. It's about learning to say no when necessary and making sure you're giving energy only to people who nourish and uplift you. You have the power to take back control and recharge yourself when needed. The key is to stop letting energy vampires feed off of you without your permission. 3. God's intervention. Why the powerless are left in darkness now. Here's where the deeper spiritual shift occurs. A shift that is not only profound but also inevitable. Whether you believe in the universe, God, or a higher power, there's a universal law at play here. A law of balance and retribution. For the chosen ones, those individuals who give and shine with an unmatched energy, there is a divine force that ensures they're protected, even when they aren't fully aware of it. This force acts as a shield, guiding and guarding them against the energy vampires who unknowingly or intentionally drain their light. Here's where it gets interesting. As the chosen ones begin to awaken to their own power, a transformation takes place. They realize they've been giving too much away, allowing others to take their energy without boundaries. This is the moment the scales begin to balance. The universe or God steps in, correcting the energetic imbalance. This is not a punishment, but an act of divine intervention. It's the universe's way of ensuring that those who take without giving eventually face a consequence for their actions. So what happens to the energy vampires? The people who have drained the chosen one's light day in and day out? When the chosen one's energy shifts, so does the energy of those around them. The energy vampires, who once thrived off of the chosen one's kindness, guidance, and light, suddenly find themselves left in darkness. They no longer have access to the vibrant energy they once took for granted. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, leaves them powerless. Imagine a sudden shift where their world feels void of light. The support and validation they once received from the chosen one are no longer available. They feel a deep sense of emptiness, confusion, isolation. Where they once found a comforting flow of energy, they now face a cold, dark space. Their actions, which were once unchallenged, now come back to haunt them. They begin to experience what it's like to be the one without energy, feeling disconnected from everything, struggling to find their way in a world that suddenly feels foreign. The consequences are powerful. These energy vampires may face feelings of deep frustration as they realize they've taken too much, and now their own world feels devoid of the connection they once had. Without the chosen one's energy to feed on, they are forced to confront their own actions, and in many cases begin their own journey of awakening. They may feel lost, as the very connections that once sustained them begin to fade. But this isn't a punishment, it's a spiritual lesson. The universe or God doesn't leave them in darkness without a chance for growth. This is a wake-up call, a push for them to learn balance, empathy, and the importance of giving in equal measure. For the chosen ones, this shift is an opportunity to embrace their power and live with greater awareness, knowing that they are protected by forces beyond what they can see. 4. What happens next? The Great Awakening and Protection. Now that the chosen ones have awakened to their true value, a powerful shift begins to take place. The tables start to turn, and the key to reclaiming your energy lies in one essential thing: recognizing your worth and setting healthy boundaries. If you've ever felt drained by others or struggled with finding your balance, know this: you can protect your energy and you can take back your power. The truth is, many of us have been conditioned to believe that being kind and generous means giving without limits. But the chosen ones are learning that this isn't the case. Your energy is a precious resource, and just like any resource, it needs to be guarded and used wisely. You've got to understand that not everyone deserves access to your light. Yes, it's important to help others, but it's equally important to ensure that you're not giving so much of yourself that you end up empty. So how do you protect your energy? It all comes down to setting boundaries. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about respecting yourself and ensuring you have the space to recharge. It's about learning the art of saying no without guilt, knowing that you're doing so not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. Let's consider a scenario many of us can relate to. Imagine you have a friend who constantly calls you when they're in crisis. They know you're the one who will listen, offer advice, and provide comfort. But here's the thing, they don't really give much back in return. Every conversation leaves you feeling drained, and over time you start to notice that you're becoming emotionally exhausted. This is where you need to draw a line in the sand. One day you decide to set a boundary. You gently explain to your friend that you need some space to recharge and that you can't always be there for every crisis. At first, they might be upset or maybe even confused. After all, they're used to relying on you. But here's the magic. Over time, they'll start to understand and respect your boundaries. And more importantly, you will start to feel your energy returning. What happens next is profound. Instead of feeling depleted after every conversation, you begin to feel more aligned with your purpose. You're no longer drained by the emotional weight of others' problems, and you start to notice a sense of peace and restoration. Your energy begins to replenish itself, and you feel stronger, more focused, and more connected to your own path. Setting boundaries is not just about protecting your energy. It's also about embracing your value. When you recognize your worth and refuse to let anyone take advantage of your light, you're honoring yourself. You're sending a powerful message to the universe that you are deserving of respect and care. By learning to say no, you create space for what truly matters, and you make room for the energy that aligns with your highest purpose. So remember this, boundaries aren't barriers. They're bridges to a stronger, healthier you. Protect your energy, honor your worth, and watch as your life becomes more vibrant, balanced, and aligned with your true calling. 5. The future of the chosen ones and energy vampires. The future is incredibly bright for those who are aware of their own power. Once the chosen ones wake up to the fact that they hold an inner light capable of transforming not only their lives, but also the world around them, they begin to rise to their true potential. This awareness is like flipping a switch that turns on your limitless energy and purpose. It's as if a new chapter of life opens up, filled with endless possibilities, growth, and the creation of the life you truly deserve. For the chosen ones who have embraced this awakening, the path forward is one of self-empowerment. You realize that you have the ability to manifest the life you desire, whether that's in your career, relationships, health, or spiritual growth. The clarity that comes from recognizing your worth and understanding how your energy influences the world around you gives you the tools to shape your reality. By protecting your energy and setting boundaries, you free yourself from the constraints that once held you back. No longer will you allow external influences to dictate your mood, energy, or sense of self-worth. You are now the author of your own story. But what about the energy vampires? The people who have fed off your light for so long? Here's the reality. Many of them will eventually undergo their own awakening. Just like you, they will have to face the consequences of their actions and might find themselves in their own dark night of the soul. They'll experience isolation, confusion, and a lack of direction, similar to what you once felt before you began your journey of self-awareness. However, this awakening is their responsibility, not yours. You might feel tempted to fix them, to help them find their own light. But here's an important lesson. It's not your job to save everyone. You can offer kindness, compassion, and support from a distance, but ultimately, their spiritual journey is theirs alone. Your role is to continue focusing on your own path, shining brightly, living authentically, and staying aligned with your truth. As you grow stronger in your energy, the very act of protecting your light and living in your truth can inspire those around you to do the same. By shining your light unapologetically, you become a beacon for others, showing them what's possible when you awaken to your full potential. Energy vampires may continue to struggle in their darkness, but that's not for you to fix. The best way you can help them in the world is to live fully in your own light, to grow, to thrive, and to inspire others through your example. When you step into your power, you not only create the life you deserve, but you also contribute to the collective energy of the world. making it a better place for everyone. So keep shining, keep growing, and remember, the future is incredibly bright for those who know their worth and embrace their power. 6. The silent power of self-care. Recharging your energy. One of the most essential practices for protecting your energy is embracing self-care. But let's get one thing straight. Self-care is not just about pampering yourself with bubble baths or spa days. While those things are nice, self-care goes much deeper. It's about consciously recharging your energy so you can show up as the best version of yourself, strong, centered, and ready to shine. Think of yourself as a phone. We all know that feeling when your phone battery is running low and you're desperately trying to find a charger. Without that recharge, your phone loses its functionality and eventually it dies. In the same way, as a chosen one, someone who radiates energy, love, and positivity, you have to actively make time to replenish your battery, or else you risk burning out. Your energy is what attracts others. People are drawn to your light because it offers guidance, healing, and inspiration. But when you neglect to take care of your own needs, you're left running on empty, unable to give your best. So how do you practice this form of self-care that goes beyond the surface? It starts with recognizing the need for deep replenishment. Not just physical, but also emotional, mental, and spiritual. Here are some ways to do that. Meditation, taking time each day to meditate. Whether it's for 5 minutes or 30, helps quiet the mind and refocus your energy. Meditation allows you to connect with your inner self and the world around you. It's a powerful tool for balancing your emotions, reducing stress, and recharging your spirit. Even a few moments of mindful breathing can work wonders. Connecting with nature. Nature has an incredible way of grounding us. Whether it's walking in the park, hiking in the mountains, or sitting by the ocean, being in nature allows you to reconnect with the Earth's energy. The sights, sounds, and smells of nature have a healing effect, helping to replenish your energy and restore your inner peace. Time in silence. In a world filled with noise, both physical and emotional, taking time to sit in silence can be one of the most rejuvenating acts of self-care. Silence gives you space to clear your mind, listen to your inner voice, and regain clarity. It's where your true self can speak, away from the distractions and demands of others. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. For the chosen ones, your light is powerful, but it can also be draining. You need to actively recharge to continue shining. By making self-care a priority, you're not only protecting your energy, but also ensuring that you can show up as your highest self. When you take care of your mind, body, and spirit, you're better equipped to help others and pursue your true purpose. So remember, self-care is the key to sustaining your light. When you invest in yourself, you're not only helping yourself, you're ensuring that your light will continue to shine brightly for you and everyone around you. Just like you wouldn't drive a car with an empty tank, you shouldn't keep giving without taking the time to fill yourself back up. 7. The law of attraction. How your energy affects what you attract. Here's where things get really powerful. Your energy doesn't just impact the people around you. It actively shapes the world you attract. This concept is rooted in the law of attraction, a universal principle that states like attracts like. Simply put, the energy you emit will draw in similar vibrations from the universe. If you radiate high energy vibrations full of positivity, love, and purpose, you'll start attracting more positive situations, people, and opportunities. It's as though you become a magnet for all the things that align with your highest good. Imagine this: you're someone who radiates optimism, good intentions, and confidence. Over time, you'll find that you attract more optimistic people, opportunities that align with your goals, and even unexpected blessings. You might bump into people who inspire you, land a new job that excites you, or discover unexpected ways to level up your personal growth. This happens because your vibration is in harmony with the good things you desire. You're tuned into the same frequency as the things you want, and the universe, or God, responds by bringing them into your life. Now let's talk about those who may still be hanging around you. The negative energy vampires. If you find that you're constantly surrounded by people who drain your energy, complain endlessly, or leave you feeling down, it's an important sign. It's time to adjust your vibration. Negative energy doesn't just stay in one place. It latches onto your own energy field and keeps you stuck in low vibrational states. When you're constantly operating on a lower frequency, whether through stress, negative thought patterns, or emotional exhaustion, you're more likely to attract more of the same. people who are stuck, drained, or stuck in negativity. But here's the good news. You have the power to change your frequency. When you consciously raise your vibration, whether by practicing gratitude, surrounding yourself with positive influences, or engaging in activities that energize and uplift you, you start to naturally repel those energy drainers. The people who once seemed to gravitate toward you will begin to fade away, and in their place, you'll start drawing in people who support, uplift, and inspire you. This shift isn't just about improving your relationships. It's about transforming your entire life. By protecting your energy and consciously working to raise your vibration, you turn your life into a magnet for blessings, success, and spiritual alignment. You're aligning yourself with the higher frequency of abundance, peace, and purpose. When you raise your energy, the world around you adjusts in kind, bringing in what's meant for you. So here's the key. When you raise your vibration, you elevate everything around you. Not only will you start attracting better opportunities and people, but you'll also cultivate a life that's more aligned with your deepest desires and spiritual purpose. The energy you put out will always come back to you. Make sure it's the kind of energy you want to attract. Embracing your role as a healer. How to use your energy wisely as a chosen one. It's natural to feel a deep calling to help others. You might feel an innate drive to heal, guide, and uplift those who are struggling. Whether it's offering a listening ear to a friend in need, volunteering to support a cause, or being the one others turn to for advice and comfort, it's clear that you have a special gift, a radiant energy that draws people in. But here's the key to unlocking your true potential. Your energy is a precious resource, and it's vital to use it wisely. Think of yourself as a wellspring of light, an incredible source of guidance and healing. But just like any well, it can run dry if you give from it too freely. It's important to remember that while your desire to help others is noble, it's equally crucial that you preserve your energy so that you can continue to give without depleting yourself. You don't have to sacrifice your own well-being in order to be of service to others. You can still be a healer without burning yourself out. Here's where the art of balance comes in. Intentionality is key. You have to recognize that your energy is powerful and should be used thoughtfully. When you give too much of yourself without replenishing, you risk becoming emotionally, mentally, and physically drained. And when that happens, you become less effective as a healer. You might start to feel resentful, disconnected, or unable to provide the support you once did. This is where self-care comes into play. Just like a caregiver needs to take time to rest and recover, you as someone who naturally gives energy need to nurture your own needs before you can tend to others. Think of it like putting on your own oxygen mask first before assisting others during an emergency. When you protect and preserve your energy, you are in a better position to help those who truly need it. One of the most powerful ways to be a sustainable force for good is to create boundaries. These boundaries are not walls to shut people out, but rather guidelines that help you conserve your light. It's okay to say no when you're feeling drained, or when someone's energy is too overwhelming. It's okay to take a step back and recharge. By tending to your own needs first, you're not just being selfish. You're ensuring that your light will continue to shine brightly for those who truly need it. When you prioritize your well-being, you can show up in the world as the best version of yourself. You can continue to guide, heal, and inspire others, but only when you first filled your own cup. This is how you become a sustainable force for good, a light that never fades, no matter how much you share it with the world. So if you're a chosen one, remember this. You have the power to heal, inspire, and elevate the world, but only when you protect your own light first. And if you're someone who feels like you've been drained, it's time to reclaim your energy, because your power is waiting for you. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on spiritual growth, healing, and empowerment. And remember, your energy is sacred. Guard it with love and wisdom. Until next time, stay powerful, stay protected. If you're ready to take control of your energy and protect your light, leave a comment below telling us how you plan to guard your energy in the coming week. We'd love to hear your thoughts.